There used to be a thing called a starter home. It was small, plain, and cheap, and it was meant to serve as the first rung of the housing ladder. You bought it, built a little equity, and then you traded up. Today, that house is basically gone. So where did it go? One of the main points of speculation is people just wanted bigger homes. In 1950, the average new home was about 1,000 square feet. Today, the average home is 2,400 square feet. As people got richer, they did indeed buy more space. But to get a bit more specific, homes under 1,400 square feet are now the typical size of what we would call a starter home. These were about 40% of new construction in 1982, and in 2023, they were 9%. In Albuquerque, one housing group estimates entry-level homes went from about a fifth of what got built a decade ago to 4% today. So sure, people do want bigger homes, but we're not building these small ones. And part of the reason is because it's not always cost effective. Look at what it costs to build a house. Permits, utility hookups, clearing the lot. It's basically the same math for 1,200 square feet as it is for 3,000. If those costs are relatively fixed, the way that you make the math work is just by building bigger. Spread the cost over more square footage, more price, more margin. These are economies of scale. Stack the cost of regulation on top of all of that, which can be over $130,000 for a new home, doubling over the past 15 years. And a starter home, a small home, just can't clear that. And in a lot of places, regulations make building cheap houses nearly impossible. Minimum lot sizes, setbacks, parking minimums, sidewalk regulations. You can't build small and dense even if you wanted to. In North Carolina, home builders say they deliver entry-level homes, but local approvals often make the low price point impossible. This is all complicated further by a structurally higher rate environment, pushing builders even harder toward fewer and bigger homes. You can still buy versions of the starter home in metros like Pittsburgh and Birmingham, and you can see the starter home start to come back to life when the rules change. Austin loosened the rules and homes did return. For most of the last century, homes were how people built wealth, which is why this matters so much. The path has gotten harder to get onto, but a home was never the only way to build wealth, it was just the most common one. Consistent, diversified investing is something that you can do now. You can do it at almost any income in any market, small amounts over time. The first rung of the housing ladder may be missing, but building wealth steadily over time is still in reach. You may just have to start on a different ladder. I'm Kyla Scanlon, an author and an economic commentator, and this was part of my video series with Wealthfront talking about macroeconomic topics of the day.